Hey, how you doing? Oh, welcome to Midnight Rider Technology Studios. Still under construction, probably for quite a while. Um, but so yeah. So today's blog is about smoking, and a while back, I quit caffeine, and then I quit smoking and moved to e-cigs. I had some rough spots, but I did all right. And this week, uh, Saturday, last week, I guess Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday. No, not Saturday. Wow, my days are running together. Friday. Yeah, Friday. A friend of mine needed to talk for a little bit, so went over to his place and was chatting with him. And he was smoking and said, "Hey, hand me one of those." So he did. And he handed me a cigarette, and I tried it. Okay, now he smokes an off brand. I mean, it's a really bad brand. But I thought, yeah, okay, this is a pretty good sign. I think I'm pretty much done. These things are a lot tastier. Um, and then tonight, see, I'm prepping. I've been doing this thing where I usually start my changes on Sunday night, Sunday during the day, Sunday night, and my next set of changes I'm about to do, which I'll get into in a minute. But I decided, I'm curious. See, I didn't like what he had for cigarette. Maybe it's it was the brand, or is it really that I'm done with them? And yeah, yeah. Wow. Yeah, I'm pretty much done because they taste like ass. Um, I don't really have any craving for cigarettes anymore. When I was chatting with him, it was more of a social thing. I thought I'd try it, and like I said, they were an off-brand, so I tried my own and by myself. And no, I'm done. I just can't stand the smell of them anymore. The taste is absolutely horrid. It's not gonna mean doesn't mean I'm going to be one of those militant anti-smokers. Don't smoke around me. Don't smoke around me. But it does mean that, yeah, I'm pretty much done. See, now this is different for me than it's been before, because usually when I quit, there's that gnawing feeling, even after quite a while, that I really would like to have another cigarette, or if I'm around somebody else's cigarette, I really want to have another cigarette. It's just this time it's not really been the same. I've been around a number of smokers, and I just don't care. Um, so yeah. Now even with these though, I've been playing a game with myself. See, originally when I started with bottle O fluid ages ago, um, I did an 18. That's 18 milligrams of nicotine in 18 milligrams of nicotine in X amount. I don't remember what the mixture is. It's in however many amount uh, of the suspension liquid or the flavor stuff, the PG mix, vegetable protein, and I can't remember what the other one is. Um, 18 is what a heavy smoker would have. 24 is like if you smoke Marlboro Reds and things like this. Well, then I moved to a 12, and then last week or week before, I guess, I moved to a 6, which is you're getting into ultralight cigarettes. Now, what they have on their bottles is 24, 18, 12, 6, and 0. I wasn't sure I was ready for 0 just yet. So I had to mix me up a half strength batch. So it's a 3, which, yeah, I mean, just, yeah, light, real light smoking at best. And the next one, what I'll do is when this bottle gets about that close to empty, I'm going to have them mix me one with no nicotine in it. And I've got an empty that was from the 6 that I had, and I'm going to make my own mix, which is basically going to end up being just a whiff of nicotine in it. Very, very little, but just enough that my brain still associates it. And then, of course, the next bottle won't have anything. Um, this is my theory, anyways. I don't know if it'll work. For all I know, when I hit the next plateau down, which is going to be, like I said, just kind of a whiff of nicotine in it, my body makes just go nuts over it. Who knows? But so far, so good. Um, and like I said, tonight's experience tells me, yeah, I'm done. I just, no, not for me anymore. Which is good. I mean, really, that's a really good thing. Um, So my next challenge, though, my challenge that starts tonight, the reason why I kind of went and took my drive, and for those who don't know, if you're an atheist, you'll laugh at me. Every once in a while I go out and take a drive and talk to God, as I usually refer to it. I mean, literally, I get out of the car, I sit down where it's quiet, there's nothing going on, and there's no noise. And usually it's out in the country, or it might be a park here in Wichita. There's a particular park downtown I'll go to sometimes. And, yeah, sit and spell out, the things that I'm thankful for, or my problems, or what have you. Now, even if you aren't a believer, there's a great catharsis involved in doing this. It's a moment of giving up your worries, a moment of humbling yourself by giving up your blessings too. Because it's easy for us to just attribute everything to ourselves when either A, it was random blind luck or divine intervention or whatever you would like to call it. Sometimes we just need to remember to be a little more humble. So, man, I cannot stand. I keep getting a glimpse of what I look at myself in the mirror, and for some reason, today it has decided to pick up every last red blotchy spot on my face. And wow. And it's fluorescent lighting in here, so it's not exactly the most conducive to great appearances. I suppose at some point when I get the green screen set up and everything, I might want to look at some lighting with some gel packs on it and such. But that's a little ways down the road yet. Anyways, but today was kind of a Fat Tuesday moment as I went out and I got myself some sweets from Quick Trip and munched on them. Now, here's the thing. I didn't used to do a whole lot with sweets. I don't really care for sweets for the most part. So it's almost a social thing to have picked up eating sweets. I used to eat ice cream for a while with my wife because we'd go each have a pint of ice cream, which is not particularly healthy. It's damn near 1,000 calories in these things of a good Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Yes, Haagen-Dazs. And I kind of developed a taste for it, and it did kind of give me a sweet, kind of a sweet tooth for a while, but not that I need to have a sweet tooth. My teeth are bad enough already. So, yeah, so it's kind of gotten to be a bad habit. And additionally, it has always been a habit of mine to get out of the house by going and having lunch somewhere, even if just by myself, that fast food. Well, you know what? This is just not doing me any good. It's time to fix that. There's other little eating habits here and there that I need to fix. That's this week's project, is now I've kind of improved my health in other areas, and I sleep a little better at night, and I'm not so nicotined up. My ADHD is, I'm going to call it somewhat under control. Not far from purely under control, but we're going to call it somewhat under control. Now that I've got that stuff kind of going, it's time to fix the rest of me. Because let's face it, you can tell by my face, there's a little bit extra on my stomach and things like that. Don't get me wrong, I'm extremely strong, fairly physically fit in a lot of ways, but I just have too much fat on me. And I wouldn't mind being a little stronger. I do find use for this. It's more than just a vanity issue. I make use of the strength that I have. For instance, helping some friends move this weekend. There's times where I find it to be quite beneficial. So anyways, so this next week's big challenge will be to start changing my eating habits again. I've done this before, and I have a bad habit of falling back. Now, the advantage I've got this time over previous times is that I'm feeding 2 other people a very healthy diet. Both of them are diabetics, so when I cook for them, if I just make sure to always cook myself the same amount and move on from there and not worry about going out and having whatever for lunch, I would be much better off. Additionally, I would also be much better off if I took I took a snack every 4 hours. Because I get up, I usually have breakfast about 6 a.m. Might or might not go back to bed. Because I'm waking up to cook for the 2 of them, cook for myself, also send my wife off with food. Yes, I pack her a lunch. My studio's here in the house. Why do I have to leave? So why do I have to put the effort of packing a lunch on her if I'm just going to already be here? Plus, I enjoy cooking. And I enjoy packing her lunch for her, too. It's kind of fun. Anyways, so if I would follow their dietary requirements a little more closely for myself, it would have a pretty startling effect, I think. We're going to find out. Though I will say this, a lot of rice for me. I've always classically done better when trying to lose a little weight if I ate a rice diet. I don't know why, it just is. Usually rice, a little bit of meat, and a little bit of veggie goes a long ways for me. So, yeah, I'm going to go off that route. And, of course, start back up with the workouts a little more heavily. I'm going to try something really weird and basically roll out of the bed in the morning. Just do a couple of push-ups and a couple of dips. Nothing special, but just a couple to get the blood rushing. See what happens. Does it have an effect on my energy level when I go start breakfast, which, of course, if I get too much more energetic when I do breakfast in the morning, my wife might strangle me. She's had to make rules about me being so chipper and cheery in the morning, including no sarcasm before 9 a.m. I'm not kidding. That's a rule. I break it every day, but it's a rule. Also, the rule of no sarcasm after 9 p.m. Again, I break that at every opportunity. Rules are meant to be broken, right? So, anyways, yeah, it's kind of fun, though. It may sound silly, but I'm enjoying this whole process. Yes, I'm kind of beating my body and my brains up in the process. But sitting here and having one of these, rather than having to go outside and have a cigarette all the time, is actually great. And let's face it, I don't smell like smoke all the time. I breathe a lot better. Though I still maintain that I think these are putting a lot of junk in my sinuses or in my throat somewhere. So at some point, even these will be gone. This is not a permanent lifestyle choice for me, because it's really at that point you're trading one addiction for another addiction. I'll be addicted to butterscotch flavored oil. So at some point, even this has to go. But I want to get rid of the nicotine. Nicotine is still a poison. I don't care if people say vaping's healthier. It is. It probably actually really is quite a bit healthier, especially because this has not been tailored for addictiveness and things like that. But on the other hand, it's still nicotine. It's still a poison. You can actually kill somebody with nicotine by creating a contact poison. Just a high density amount of nicotine will be enough when they touch it on their palms. It'll kill them. Just things like this. So why not get that out of my system entirely? Seems like a pretty wise idea to me. And since I've gotten caffeine out of my system, which caffeine's not necessarily bad, but it was having a bad effect on me on my ability to sleep, get that out of my system. I've gotten that out of my system. I haven't had caffeine in a month at least. Something like that. About a month. Yeah. So why not? Why not improve all these things in my life? I like feeling healthy. I've liked the times where I had a nearly flat stomach. I've always felt better that way. So, there's no reason not to do these things. Now, of course, some people will also look at it going, man, you drink water all the time? That's got to be boring. Yeah, okay, so. I've had the exciting part. I have drank more beer than you ever want to know. I've drank more caffeine in the form of energy drinks during the Gamer Zone era than you ever want to think of. I used to go through between 3 to 5 2 liters of Pepsi a day. There's no reason why. I've had my fun. I'd like to have my fun in other areas now. It's not that this isn't fun, because it is. It's its own form of fun. So anyways, that's my plan for this next week, is to drive myself through a different form of hell this time. Interesting problem. Sometime in the middle of all that, I had network connectivity issues. I don't know where it knocked off at. So I'm going to probably go ahead and stop it since it's and just call it a partial broadcast because I have no idea where it died at, and I can't rewind it right at the moment. So anyways, till next time, bye.